everybody, thank you so much for joining me here on Messy Girl Crafts. My name is Ashley, and if you're new here, welcome in. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome home. I am so excited to talk to you guys today. I was gonna say I missed you, but I'm like, well, technically you haven't missed a beat with me, but like I've been gone away on a jet plane to North Carolina, and I had a great time. I was at my baby cousin's wedding. It was beautiful. We're going to talk all about it, but I'm just like so glad to be home with my kitties in my house. That was the last big trip I was taking before Eli comes. So it's just like, I have this great sense of peace right now, and I'm just really excited to be home with my big fat diamond painting. I've been doing minis for like days, so I'm ready to work on my big project. But anyways, so again, we're going to talk about everything. But hi, how are you? How have you been? What did you do this weekend? Well, I guess for you guys, it's Wednesday. What did you do last weekend? Let me know in the comments. Are you working on something fun while we're whipping and chatting together? Give me all the details. Before we get started in the actual whipping and chatting of the tea party by Ivy Dolamore from Diamond Art Club, I wanted to show you some really cool things I got in the mail. So they're both trays. The first set of trays that I got, so remember when I was like telling you guys like a while ago that I was like on the custom list for like a year with Munimade. So if you're not aware, Munimade does custom trays in addition to like their regular trays that they just sell on their site, or you can buy as a premium toolkit upgrade with their canvases. I have a couple Munimade like trays that I just got with my canvases, but I don't have a lot. And I was on the wait list since literally like 2024. I think I got on the Munimade wait list like maybe a month or two after I started diamond painting, because I was like all about it and I wanted to know, I was trying to find my favorite trays, and so I was like, why not? I did not realize how long it would take me to come off of that wait list. And when I did come off the wait list, I was almost like, do I still want them? Like, and you can pass, like you don't have to buy when it's your turn. You could just pass and it'll go to the next person. But I was like, you know what? I just want to try it. So me and my friend Kate from Diamonds and Dr. Pepper, we split the Munimade order for our custom trays. So I made the purchase. I got 2. I let her get some too, because you can get a maximum, I think, of like 5 trays. So hopefully I haven't watched her in a second. I need to go catch up on her videos, but I hope she showed off what she got. She might not have, I sent them in the mail to her like, I think it was like the Wednesday morning that we left for the airport, so it might not have even gotten to her yet, but hopefully it gets to her soon so she can show off the trays that she got too from Munimade. But I have 2 that I wanted to show you. So this one is a little one. It's just this really pretty like shiny color, and it says Munimade on the side. This is the new tray. This is also part of why I was like intrigued about the tray, is this is the one that has the magnets in it. And so I was like, okay, because you know me guys, I'm huge huge fan of Bijou Bliss here. That's like my favorite tray. And it's really, I think the winner for me is the magnets. So you can see there are 2 magnets there, but only on the top. So the bottom doesn't have magnets. It also has this like catcher area for extra drills that come down that don't line up perfectly in the lines. And it does have a pretty thick stopper there. And yeah, that's what the inside looks like. Get you a better look. I just really loved this colorway. It's super pretty. Something interesting that I just never really noticed about Munimade trays before, they are smooth on top. Like this is like a smooth, shiny, glittery finish. It's not that like, I don't want to say rough because the sides aren't rough, but it's just not the same texture to me. It's like extra smooth versus like that normal 3D printed tray feel, if you know what I'm talking about. It's just interesting. It just feels a little bit different. Like you see, there's the lines of the 3D printer. You can kind of see them when you get really close, but the lid is like straight up, like it looks like glass. Like it's super, super shiny and smooth. So this is the mini one. And again, I got this one just because I really liked the colorway, and I just felt like the smaller one fit in my hand better. So I just wanted to give it a shot. And then the other one I got was a bigger one, and I'm not gonna lie, the color was surprising to me. It definitely has blue and purple in it, but I thought it was more blue than purple. Reason why I got this one is because I got it to say boy mom. Boy mom. I just thought that was so cute. So that's part of the benefit with doing a custom tray with Munimade, is like she actually lets you write stuff on the side. You can customize all the colors. You can choose to get it with a lid or without a lid or with a stopper. You know, she lets you kind of customize it, but that's what this one looks like. So again, if you look at it in one direction, it's like a shiny blue. And then if you go in a different direction, it's like a purple. And then Boy Mom is in like a blue shimmery color. So yeah, it's just so cute. And again, it's just got a big old lid with 2 magnets in the top. It comes with the stopper as well. And then you just, woo, these are so big. I plan to only really use these for like either holding my like stuff, because I have a lot of stuff that I just throw on my table, like extra pens, putty, wax. So these like gigantic trays that I don't use as often, I like to use them almost like a, what are they called? Like a catcher, you know what I mean? Like just like a table catcher of like putting a bunch of like diamond painting accessories in here, because they lay really nice and the walls are high and I don't lose my stuff. So sometimes I'll use them for that, or I'll use them for just like huge color blocking sections. Like I have whipped these out before when I just have like a huge area of color blocking, and they work really well. And yeah, super cute. So I got these 2 trays from Munimade, one big, one small. Definitely check out Kate's channel. I'll have her linked below so you can see which ones she got. But these are not the trays I'm going to be using today. The second tray company thing that I want to show you is actually from a fellow diamond painting YouTuber. This is Ditzy. Ditzy actually sent me a while ago. I feel kind of bad. She sent this to me. And I told her I would absolutely use it in my next whip and chat, but then, you know, you have a month in review, you go on a couple trips, and then you're like, what day is it? So here I am sharing Ditzy's product, and I'm so excited. So again, I've like opened this, but I haven't like truly opened the packaging. I wanted to kind of give you guys my fresh eyes. So it came with this really cute Ditzy cover minder, which is super fun. It has a little butterfly. It has her D on it with a heart. And it's got a magnet. So I'm definitely keeping this for my cover minder collection. Very, very cute. And then we have her business card here. I'll definitely link Munimade in the description box below, Ditzy in the description box below, so you can get all the cool things that I'm showing you. Ditzy's Diamond Den. Let's see. All of her socials are on here. I'm just looking at the card. So here's the card. Diamond painting accessories. Ditzy's Diamond Den. That's so cute. So again, the stuff is here if you want to check it out, but I'm also going to have it linked for you, so it's really easy to click and find it. Let's see what we've got going on in here. Just reading this little note that she included to make sure I share any really good information that she might have included. Let's see. Grateful for the chance to present a sample of our newly designed 3D printed trays for you. Upcoming months, we'll offer various sizes. Yes. Okay, so since I got this box, because again, I was like, I think I was probably one of the first people she sent this to, but then there's already been so many developments on her site. There's different sizes that they're going to have available, different features. I think I read either on Instagram or on Ditzy's Facebook page that she's now partnering with Yellow Dog Designs, if I'm not mistaken. I think Yellow Dog is unfortunately going out of business, and so she worked with them to purchase their design for 3D printing those types of trays. So Ditzy's like on it. You got to go check her out. She's got a lot going on. So Ditzy'sDiamondDen.com is the website. And they're also available on Etsy. Personally, I always recommend buying straight from a website because it's probably going to be cheaper for you and for her, because I used to sell on Etsy and Etsy fees are harsh. They're harsh. So I would recommend going straight to her website. If it was up to me, that's how I'll be shopping. Patent pending tray features. Squeeze the top and bottom together at the back of the tray to pop it open. Non-roll pen holder, built-in trash drill holder. The lid also serves as a reinforcement for a wrist rest. And then please give the tray a few really good tosses to see how well the lid stays on. That was probably after she messaged me and said she wanted to send me one of these. I went on her page and I literally saw her slamming her tray on the ground. It was the funniest thing ever. I was like, wow, that is really great advertisement. She is beating the crap out of her own product to show us that it is not breaking. I don't remember. I can't remember if she has carpeted floors or tile floors. I only have fake wood and tile in my house, so I'm actually terrified to throw it against the ground. But maybe when I put Eli's carpet in his room, I'll throw it around on that, just because I don't want it to. I generally don't want it to break. But we have something in this cute little packaging, so I'm going to open up this first. Where's my... Oh, that was way easier than I thought it was going to be. What is this? Oh, cute. She sent me some goodies as well. This has a little nail catcher here, And it looks like this. Ooh, something fell out. I'm thinking this is probably like a putty holder. If I had to guess, I've seen people do putty holders like this, or even trash drills. Like people use these for all sorts of things. And then there was like a little random sticker in here. I'm not sure what this is for, but I think it might have just fallen in on accident. But this is so cute. I love that color. Red's my favorite color, so I'm a big fan of this like fire engine red. But yeah, it has a sliding lid and it just like easily slides back into place. But I like that it has the little nail catcher, so you can easily just like pull it down and put it back up like that. It's got her branding on it. We've got, I think, a little bag of goodies, so little candies and stuff. Let's see what we got going on in here. We've got a marker. Oh, that's so cute. It's a marker, but it has like a little, it's like a stamp marker. It has like a little flowery end to it, but it's like a blue color. We're a blue house now. We got a boy coming. Jolly Rancher gummies and a lollipop. So thank you, Ditzy, for the extra goodies. Ooh, and that's the tray, but I did get this little, again, thank you note, so I'm just going to read it really quick. Again, I haven't opened any of this stuff yet because I kind of wanted to do it with y'all. Oh, it just says thank you so much. Oh, and congrats on Eli. Thank you, Ditzy. Thank you so much. Y'all are the best. This community, I can't even get enough of you. Too good to me. Way too good to me. This is the cute packaging that the actual, like the bigger tray comes in. I love it. I love a ribbon. I really do. It's the simple things in life that just give me my jollies. Okay. So I'm going to try to gingerly pull the ribbon off, nicely. And then we are going to bust open. I really like how she wrapped these too. They're very safely wrapped. It's like that foam wrap. It's not bubble wrap, but it's like that foamy, styrofoamy, but not annoying. Doesn't make the weird noise. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what this is? What is this called? You know what I'm talking about. I don't know what this is called, but you know what this is. Whoa. Oh man. Again, my favorite color is red, so I'm already sold. That is like, compared to my face, just FYI, compared to my Bijou Bliss tray, this is the original Bijou Bliss. So just, again, this is just size comparison, y'all. I just want to give you an idea of the size. So it's about the same width as my Bijou Bliss tray, but it's definitely longer. But I don't think it's as long as the Munimade. Let's see. I'll put the Munimade behind because I think Munimade is, yeah. So it's a little bit, the Munimade is a little bit skinnier actually. Not by much, but you can see it's a little bit skinnier. And the Munimade is definitely taller. Wait, this one goes down. But this is really cool. So this, again, is that pen catcher. So I have my little Crafts with Crashley pen here that I showed off to you guys last time. I've been using it this whole time. It's gorgeous. So you can literally rest your pen on the tray, which I love. You can just pop it right there and it'll sit there. And then this is the little, I'm guessing the little trash drill catcher that she was talking about. And yeah, this thing is very, very sturdy. Like it's not like squishing in the middle when I press it in the middle. So I could definitely see what she was talking about with like resting your wrist on it, like while you're diamond painting. So that way you have a little bit of a reprieve from leaning on your table. I am just opening this. Oh wait, no, she said to, oh, it really does work that way. That's so cool. She said to pinch it from the back and you see how it just pops up like that. So you just literally like, wait, hold on, let me get it flat all the way. You just pinch it and it pops right open. Love that. So it makes it really easy to open. That's super cool. I don't even know how it does that. I'm like trying to see how it did that and I don't even know. This is what the inside looks like. So again, this just shows you the other side of the pen holder and the stopper. This is here. And then you have the inside of the tray. Love that shiny red. It also has that similar design to Munimade where it has a drill catcher, nice long lines you can make here, the beveled corners, so that way the drills, you know, can come out easily. I like this stopper. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of those like giant triangle stoppers. They just seem super bulky to me. I like the smaller stopper a lot actually. So that's a really cool feature. This is really well made. It's thicker. Like, look how thick the plastic is, or the resin, or I don't even know. Whatever you use for 3D printing, it's thicker. It's not a thin walled tray. It's very nice. yeah, so that's really cool. And the lid is like huge as well. But you just easily put it back down. And then it does say Ditzy's Diamond Den on the back. And then, where was it? Was it on this side? No, it's here. This shows you the style of this tray. So version 1 XL is what I'm assuming that stands for. And then this is the one tray she sent me. So this is what I have. So again, I will link. Doing this is just fun. I'm just gonna want to do this all the time. So if you guys are interested in checking out Ditzy's Diamond Den for her 3D printed trays and much, much more to come. Clearly she's not done yet. Clearly she's cooking up there and she's coming out with all these fun, innovative ideas, and she's partnering with our friends in the community to do it. So again, I will put her information in the description box below. Please check her out, and I'll link her channel as well. She has a diamond painting channel. She channels a lot. She films a lot with her husband too, which I can appreciate because I film with my husband a lot. But yeah, really cool human, and I definitely recommend checking out her cool products and seeing if any of them strike your fancy. I'm going to use this tray in today's whip and chat because I'm intrigued and I really like the finish and it feels like super good. So I'm going to use this today. And then as far as my pen, I'm still rocking my Crafts with Crashley pen. Again, she'll be linked in the description box below. Diamond Art Club 8-placer with, I think I still have the putty from last time too. I think this is still the Thess Studios putty, which has been working really, really well. I might need to refill it, but I like the putty a lot. I've kind of been like running it ragged because I've been doing a huge color blocking section, and so that's what's there. And then this is just a normal single placer with glue dots in it. Haven't had to replace those. I don't think I have anything else to show you that I haven't already shown you. But yeah, let's get this party started. So let me pull my table around, and also, actually first let me put everything back in this box. Every time I film, it doesn't matter what I'm filming, my like desk area after I'm done is a complete mess every single time. And then I'm so tired after filming that I'm like, that's tomorrow's problem. And then I come back in here in the morning, like if I work from home the next day, and I'm like, I have to unbury my desk and my keyboard to get back to my situation. So, okay, I'm just throwing away the paper. I've got my box here. Okay, and then I still don't, Ditzy, if I'm misunderstanding what this is for, let me know. Is this just to drive me insane because I don't know what it's for, or was it an accident? It's just really funny. It's just like a little sticker. But I'm like, was I supposed to do something with that? I don't know. Okay, let me back it up so you guys can kind of see what section I'm working on a little bit. I will definitely do a pan over of this once we're done. So at the end of the video, stick around for like a pan over of how much I've done. I am working on this giant quad section here. I like to do really big sections because it makes me feel super accomplished. And if there's a lot of similar colors in the area, it just makes sense to me. It just makes sense to me to like unveil a huge section if I know that the spot right next to it is going to have the same colors. Like, it's a time saver. So, well, it's kind of like it's like 4.5. This is my section. This is my current section. So it's like 4 big sections and then these 2 little ones. That is right here. That is what I'm working on right now. It's a lot of line blocking. So I was actually working on this before I decided to start filming. It was funny. Before I started filming, I went downstairs because I ate dinner. Eric brought me home food. I ate it, went downstairs and checked on him and threw my trash away. And then I was like, should I take like a shower first and then diamond paint and like do my whip and chat, or should I like do my whip and chat? And that's why I literally wore this to work today. You're getting pre-shower Ashley, so I'm so sorry if I'm like a greasy mess. But I was like, should I shower first and then video, or should I video and then shower? Because in my mind, I was like debating with myself. I was like, well, if I just film, then I have to shower and then go to bed, so that delays bed. Because right now it's literally like 8:20 at night, which it's dark outside because of daylight savings and it's depressing. So I was like, should I shower and then film so then I can just go right to bed? Or should I film and then shower because I'm like in the zone and I just had like a peppermint milkshake because he went to Chick-fil-A. So I'm all jazzed up and buzzed. He's like, you do it now, because if you take a shower, you're immediately going to go lay in that bed. And I'm like, you're not wrong, Eric, you're not wrong. I told him, I was like, you should come film with me tonight. And he's like, I have a lot of stuff to do. which he's not wrong. I should probably start diamond painting. Sorry, I'm just talking. We both have a lot of stuff to do. It's so good to be back now because, I'm gonna put my thing in I'm putting my little thing in the rester. Wait, can you even see that? There it is. It's in the little rester. I have to remember where the thing stops. Oh, it's really far. Okay, we'll just do it right up here. I'm like, what part is not sticky? I can't remember because I can't see it very well, even though it's right in front of me. I was using my Bijou Bliss tray, but I will transfer these drills into, oh, I could just do it this way. I don't have to do it the savage way. I'm literally pouring my drills into the Ditzy tray. So that way I can continue with this color that I was working on before I started hanging out with you guys. Because I'm almost done with this color. All right, I think that's everything. See, I love a magnet. Magnets, genuinely, like magnet trays are my favorite. Okay, so let's do a shaky, shaky test. Ooh, clean. Can you, I know the color is hard to see, but like that is clean. And I like that the strippy at the bottom has depth to it because sometimes trays have that little strip at the bottom, but it's not wide enough to catch enough of the drills when you're working with a lot of a color. So like it like bunches up at the bottom, but this has like a really good, like probably like an inch deep line of no like where it can catch the extra drills. But I'm almost done with this color. This is a crazy color to do with this tray though. It's like tripping me out a little bit. It's like a rosy pink and the tray is like bright candy apple red. But we're in our line blocking era right now. So we're just living our best life. Okay. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, we have a lot to do. I was threatening Eric with filming tonight. And obviously he's like, I would, but then I won't be getting done all these other things. For me, he's really doing things for me right now. So he's currently downstairs in the kitchen making he's making me a pasta salad to take to my potluck tomorrow. This is what we do to each other. I genuinely don't think either time he or I have had a potluck at work, we've made our own thing. Like every year for Halloween, his office does a potluck and they do like desserts and treats. And I always make like a fun Halloween themed, like gooey, gory dessert treat situation for him. And then like whenever there's like a potluck for me, like I guess it depends on what it is. If it's like make a food, like a dish, he makes it for me. But if it's like a dessert treat baked good, I make it for him. If that makes any sense. So he's currently downstairs making a pasta salad for tomorrow, because tomorrow at work we're having our Thanksgiving potluck. It's a week early, but I kind of appreciate that because everybody knows people be taking mad time off during the week of Thanksgiving. And so if they tried to hold a potluck at work the week of Thanksgiving, it would probably not be very well attended. And then like people would make all this food for nothing. So I think it's really smart of them to do it a week early, and it just gets you in the spirit early. You know, everybody celebrates like Christmas and stuff really early, which I'm not a hater. Personally, I know there's a lot of people out there that get super bent out of shape about people who celebrate early. And to that I say, let joyful people be joyful. Like, it's not hurting you. Why do you care? But, you know, I am a Thanksgiving lover. Like, I do love Thanksgiving. I don't think it should be skipped or slept on. This year it's going to be my literal Super Bowl because I'm pregnant, so I'm starving all the time. So I am going to eat literally Eli's body weight in sides and turkey, and it's going to be the best day of my life. But what is that? Oh, that's interesting. Sorry, I'm just noticing as I'm diamond painting. The last row, it's going to be hard. I don't know if I can show you this because it's like, I'd have to tilt it pretty far. The last row where the drills go, it begins to curve on the tray. So the drills are kind of pushed at an angle, which is almost kind of nice. Because have you ever tried to like grab with your multiplacer the drills in that corner? Sometimes like it doesn't work well because the angle you have to get it at, but these are like angled towards you a little bit. It's kind of fun. Anyway, back to the life story. So, yeah, I don't even remember what I was saying. Potlucks. Potlucks are good the week before, and Thanksgiving is my Super Bowl. I don't think it should be skipped. And I do appreciate someone who is ready to celebrate Christmas like the day Halloween is over. Like, I get it. I totally get it. This is probably the first year, I don't want to say ever, but like in a very, 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 very long time that Eric and I are going to be home for the holidays. Like, usually because we have 4 sets of parents, we each have like 4, like we have mom, stepdad, dad, stepmom. So that's eight grandparents total that we're going to have for Eli. So it's a lot. It's a lot to balance. It can be challenging at times, but you know, we do the best we can. We try to see everybody and give everybody, you know, a piece of us, but typically that results in us not getting alone time or time to celebrate like ourselves or the way that we wanted to. And like we always said to each other, like, let them have it, because once we have a kid, that's all going to change, because it's going to be all about the kid and doing whatever the kid wants and be with, like, starting our own traditions at that point. And we're there. So this is the first year of many that we are finally going to get to celebrate the way we want to in our house. And I'm just really, really excited about that. I'm not saying like we're not still going to see family during the holidays in the future. Obviously, we're going to, like, once Eli's a little bit older and better for travel, we'll take him to go see his family. We'll put him in the car for the 4-hour drive. Like, we'll do all that. But when he's just itty bitty, and also right now when I'm like in my 3rd trimester and very pregnant, like we're not trying to go 4 hours away from my hospital. It's just not a good idea. So we're just really going to be enjoying this next month and a half and soak it in and just really just get ready, just get ourselves. And again, you can never be fully ready, right? Like there's only so much you can do, but we're going to try, we're going to do our best. We're going to get the house cleaned up for the holidays. We have family coming into town next week. So, and kind of early. Some of the family isn't coming in until Friday, but some of the family is coming in like literally next Monday. So this coming up weekend is really our big chance to like spruce up the house, which is why I'm so glad that we got like the windows done early, because then we went away for my cousin's wedding. And now that we're back, I think right before we left or while we were away, I can't remember. It's all a blur. I can't remember. But at one point I think it was before we left, I ordered the blinds, because you can't see it right now, but my windows, all the windows in our house have been uncovered since November 6th. And that has given me so much anxiety, because at night when it's dark outside, I just feel like everyone's looking into our house like a fishbowl, and it's giving me like straight up like nightmares. So I ordered all of the blinds, and they're all gonna look just like the one that I have here, that we just need to reinstall, because I already had a roller shade in here, and then I had bought 2 of them for Eli's room, because Eli's room has 2 windows, so I bought 2 blackout roller shades for his room. But the problem was when they installed the window, well, it's not a problem, it was an easy fix, but when they installed the window is thicker than our old one, because obviously it's like hurricane impact window, so it's thicker. And the way that we mounted our, like, the blinds previously, it like sticks out more now than it should. But the company that I order my blinds from, which they're from Amazon, by the way, and I think they're called Token Blind or something like that. They're incredible. You just measure your window and they'll custom build it and they send it to you. It's like literally Amazon, and I'm obsessed. So if anyone wants the info, let me know. But they can do up to 110 inch window, and our big bay window downstairs is 109. I was like, yes, I'm so happy. So anyways, we messaged the people and we were like, hey, oh my gosh, look, I'm using it as a wrist rest. I'm literally using it for its purpose. We ordered them, but we also ordered extra ceiling brackets, because they make a different bracket that's much smaller to go up in the top of the windowsill, that will allow us to rehang the ones we already purchased with a different bracket to make it not stick out so much. So actually, I don't even think they charged us for that. These guys are so nice. And because I had bought blinds from them before, and I'm not kidding, I literally dropped $1,000 to put blinds on all of the windows, because I want them all to match, and we love them. And again, they are remote control. So that like this remote can hold, I think, 15 windows worth of blinds. And so you just literally like press up, press down, or you can have it be halfway or whatever you want. You can stop it wherever you want. And obviously I can't use it right now because there's no blind there, but there will be blinds there tomorrow. I wish it was tonight, but it's already 8:30, so that's probably not gonna happen. because Eric's making my pasta salad and also probably just straightening up downstairs. The boxes have not stopped coming. And so every day that we like take boxes upstairs and put them in Eli's room, we just end up getting more. I can't remember if I told you guys this last time or not, but his crib finally got delivered. I didn't know this, but the crib that we got, it's called the Wave crib or something. It's from, oh heavens to Betsy. What is it from? I keep wanting to say Wayfair, but that is so not true. It's like a bougie crib place. I forgot what it's called. Nest Egg? Maybe it's Nest Egg. If I'm making that up, I'm so sorry. I'm so tired. But I think it's Nest Egg or something similar. And it's called like the Wave crib, and basically it transforms from a bassinet to a full-size crib to a toddler bed. So essentially, as long as this crib doesn't like crack in half, it's gonna last him up to being like 5 years old, which is great. And my mom and my stepdad bought it for us for Eli for our baby shower, so that was super generous of them. So, but I didn't know this. It was made in Brazil. Like the wood, it's very bougie. Apparently, the wood was made in Brazil. So we didn't know this, which is fine. But it took a while to get here. Like the actual mattress for we only got the mattress for the bassinet. We didn't order the crib size mattress yet because he's not going to need that for a while. So we'll just go back and order it or go pick it up at a store once he's ready to graduate from the bassinet. But oh, and the whole crib is on wheels, by the way, for the bassinet and the full size crib. Obviously the toddler bed isn't on wheels. That would be insane. But the other two are, so I can wheel him in and out of his room, into our room, into the like hallway where I do laundry. Like I can pull him all around the upstairs. I can bring him in here. You bet your bottom dollar I'm bringing him in here for filming. I'm gonna. You'll hear him chirping and squawking in the back once he's here. Did I really finish this color? Ooh, girl. I think I did. Okay. Let me change colors really quick. So I'm going to test this out. So I'm going to take the stopper out and then I'm going to put the lid back on. Am I doing this right? I think I am. It's interesting because it has that like feature where you pull the bottom and it makes the top go. It kind of feels like the lid isn't on all the way, but I think that's just part of the feature of it being able to lift so easy. But I don't want to mess it up. So let me... Woo! Okay, yeah, I think that's as good as it's going to get. Okay, so now I'm going to hold it. This is a typical, like, bottle storage situation. The nozzle doesn't fit all the way in, so you just do have to be a little bit careful that you're not going crazy and accidentally spilling. But with my thumb, I'm able to kind of keep the nozzle in the right direction. So I'm just pouring that back in, and let's see. Okay, I should be able to, there we go. Okay, so there was only like a little bit left that didn't make it in there, but I was trying to be super gentle because I'm scared and I don't want to make a mess because I'm genuinely too tired to clean it up. Okay, so that was fairly painless. Oop, there was one I forgot. There we go. Okay, so that was one whole color. But yeah, I'm a fan. It's functional. I really like this little tiny stopper. I don't feel like it's going to fall out constantly. Love the shininess. The lineup is really good. We're going to pick our next color and do the same thing, but I really like how like straight the lines were. Let me see. We want the letter N, and the letter N is 12. 12. There we go. So I just pour this out of my little bottle storage into the thing. Shaky, shaky. I do like a higher walled tray because you can shake it a little bit more aggressively. Man, that's good. That's really nice. Try not to spill it. Okay. Line blocking, here we go. Oh my gosh, I literally, I saw a drill from the previous color. One square from the previous color. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. But that does me in every time. I put a color away and I find the one spot. Anyway, off my soapbox. So yeah, the crib is here finally. It was stuck in like Miami Customs for a while, which was kind of funny. I was about to tell my mother-in-law to just go pick it up for me because I was like, why are they holding onto my crib? But they did send it finally. Also, finally, my doctor signed my prescription from my insurance so I could get my breast pump, because you can get it free. Most insurances you can actually get a breast pump for completely free. If you didn't know that, definitely check it out or call your insurance and ask. But I was able to get a free breast pump through my insurance, but I upgraded, so I think I ended up going with the Spectra one, but there was one that was free that was like a little bit older and you had to plug it into the wall, but I upgraded to one that has a battery charger so I can walk around the house. Like, it's portable. It's not like the ones that you just slip in. It's not like those. It's like you still have a thing and it's attached to you by tubing, but you can just carry the little thing around with you. The reason I got that one was because so many people, all of the research I've done and all the people I've talked to at work that are pregnant or have been pregnant, they all said the Spectra was the best. And I work with nurses, and so I'm gonna listen to my nurses. So they were like, nope, it's amazing, it's great, whatever. So I got the Spectra, I think it's the blue one. I don't know. It's whatever the one is that's like, doesn't have to be plugged into a wall. It can be like walked around. I got that one, A, because the reviews were really good, but B, because it's kind of going to be like a tester for me. Because again, so to upgrade with my insurance, it didn't cost that much. It was only like $50 to get the better version of the one. So I could have gotten the free one and paid nothing, but I paid a little bit extra so I could get the upgraded one, because if I am able to successfully breastfeed and pump milk for him, ideally for the first year, that's my goal. If it doesn't happen, I'm not going to get upset about it. I have like zero expectations I'm putting on myself, because I genuinely like don't know if I'm going to be able to do it or not. I know a lot of women struggle with it. So if that's me, I'm out $50 and I can donate it to someone I know that needs it. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I'm not really worried if it doesn't work out and I have to do formula. But in an ideal situation, I will breastfeed for a year. And as I like transition him, to like actually being able to eat solids. And then, what was I going to say? Oh, if I am able to like successfully produce milk the way I want to, when I eventually transition back to work, I might want to get a more hands-free device that's not so bulky. Because they have ones on the market that are really expensive, but I was like, let me get one that's cheaper and really well-renowned first, and then I can try to take it to work with me, and if it's too bulky and obnoxious and I hate it, and it has too many like pieces and parts, I can get like a fancy one for when I go back to work, and I'm probably going to end up with like a mom cozy or something like that. So anyway, not that you asked about my breast pump experiences, but I do have a breastfeeding class that I'm taking the week after Thanksgiving. It's a virtual class, but it talks all about like latching and like how to do it and what to do when you're having issues and setting expectations for feeding. Because I think a lot of people, from what I've again researched, a lot of moms will kind of stress out about if they're feeding their baby enough, or if they're getting enough nutrients to their child or whatever. And what happens if you have like an undersupply or whatever in bottle feeding. Like there's a whole lot of stigma around it. And so I think the class is really just to help normalize a lot of stuff and also give really good tips on like how to get yourself started. I was kind of hoping that my pump that I got through insurance would have been to my house before the class. Technically that's still possible, because the class is not until I think like the Wednesday or Thursday after Thanksgiving. So there's still like 2 weeks. So I could still get it in time. But my doctor took forever to sign the prescription, because they just sent it right to them. I didn't even have to touch it. My insurance, the company that my insurance used to get me the pump, they just were like, we'll just send it for you. And I was like, that's amazing. So I put my doctor's information and her fax number. And then I ended up having a doctor's appointment on Veterans Day. And while I was there, I was like, hey, so I sent this document in my portal like a long time ago to get signed. And I don't know why has no one signed it? And she was like, oh, we have a third-party company that handles all of our faxes. So basically, like, I guess there's like a third party company that like receives the faxes and then distributes them to the correct place. And so it took like that long for them to receive the fax. And I was like, good God. Like, thankfully it wasn't like a life or death situation, because it literally took like weeks. But they finally signed it. And so my pump is coming. I got the shipping notification. So hopefully it does get here before the week after Thanksgiving, and that will be great, because I just feel like if I'm taking the class, it would be nice to like learn how to use the pump I have. And also I've heard it's really good to bring your pump to the hospital, because then they can also teach you how to use it like in real time with your baby and like figuring it all out. Like pumping on, like if you're feeding on one side, pumping on the other, you know what I'm saying. You guys are probably like, enough breast milk talk, Jesus. So yeah, but that's what my life is consumed with right now, is just prepping and nesting. And his room is like insane. His room is like a bomb went off in there. There are just boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff that we have to go through. And we're gonna go through it after the baby shower. So my baby shower with my family is the Saturday after Thanksgiving. And so our plan is that once Thanksgiving is over, once the shower is over, everybody that wants to can come back to our house, and we're just going to start building stuff. Because that's the problem, is like, you guys, for my baby shower that I had on YouTube, like, you guys got me so much amazing stuff, but I don't have things to put it in. You know what I mean? Like, I need the furniture to be built, so I have drawers to put stuff in, and I have like the cabinets or the whatever. Like, I need to be able to organize it into something. And all of that, those somethings are in my house. They are just in boxes and not built yet. So Eric, his dad, my stepdad, everyone's going to be like building stuff when we are done with the shower, so that way I can start putting things away. And Eric's dad built Eli a bookshelf, which they won't show it to us. They like, we know it's going to look like a castle, because that's kind of part of his room theming a little bit, but they haven't shown us like what it looks like. They've showed us like staining samples because they wanted us to pick and like whatever, but they've never showed us like the whole thing put together. And so they're going to be bringing it up next week for the shower, and I'm probably going to cry. I'm so excited. I know that it's big. They keep saying how big it is, and I'm like, listen, whatever. He's going to be a big reader. He's going to have lots of books. And you guys got him a lot of books too, so I'm not worried about it. I'm sure he'll be able to fill that bookshelf in no time. But then I think I asked him to add a couple cubby holes that would fit those, like, you know, those like 12 by 12 fabric storage boxes. I think I asked them to make one or two like holes that were 12 by 12 so they could fit that, so that I could store non-book things in it as well. Because again, he's gonna have so much stuff. He's just gonna have so much stuff. His changing table is also a dresser. So like, it has the changing table top, but it has like drawers and cabinets underneath. So that'll be good for storing like the burp cloths and the onesies and the whatever, like the socks and quick grab stuff. And then I found this really interesting thing on Amazon for the closet, because his closet, he has one long rack at the top and then like a little halfy rack. And then there's a lot of empty space at the bottom of the closet. And I was like, that would be a perfect spot for like a good storage system. So I could store like toys and stuffed animals and like make like clothes he can't fit into yet, like all that stuff. And I really wasn't finding a solution that I was in love with. So, but then finally I did find this one thing, and it's basically like, it's like collapsible shelves that have a slide out, like it's like you can collapse it. It's plastic. You can stack them, you can collapse them, you can pop them up, and they have a sliding drawer. So it's like, you don't have to just like reach in and grab stuff. It like actually has a drawer that you pull out, and you can just stack them as high as you want. So I think I ended up getting 5 or 6 of those, and I'm going to test it out to see if I like it. And then if I really like it and I need more, I'll buy more. But that's going to be for like spare fitted sheets and bedding and whatever, because we don't have like any linen closets in this whole house. It's so annoying. That's like the one thing, like one, you know, like when after you buy your first house, you're like shoulda, coulda, woulda. If I was a new home buyer again, I would make sure that my house had appropriate storage for all the crap we have, because even my diamond paintings, they're like sitting in a closet that's meant for clothes, because I like, what am I supposed to do? I have no storage. So anywho, yeah, so we're gonna get his room ready after the shower, and that's really all I'm going to be doing. Like, December is like full nesting season. I'm going to be folding and washing a ton of baby clothes and getting my room ready, my rocking chair, like all the fun stuff. All the fun stuff. I get to play with all the stuff finally that everybody got me, and I'm so excited, or got Eli, I should say. And I'm so excited to play with it all, and like almost kind of like re-unbox it for myself and be like, oh my god, I forgot about this. Like, because you know, I opened it all, but like I was like blacking out because we were going so fast, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is cute. So I can't wait to like put his blanket in his crib or put his thing over here and like, you know, make it cutesy. Like I'm excited for that. So anywho, the wedding was this past weekend. It was so much fun. You guys are like, wow, you go to a lot of weddings. Yeah, it was that season this year. I don't know what to tell you. As a matter of fact, we sadly had to decline a wedding invitation for next April because I'm going to be 2 months postpartum, and I'm crazy. And I looked at Eric and I was like, are we going to that? And he's like, no, we're not going to that. And I was like, but why? I could figure it out. He was like, Ashley, sit all the way down. You are going to be 2 months. And I was like, I wasn't going to bring Eli, but I could never be away from him that early. So it's fine. It's fine. I just feel bad because it's like another family friend, but it'll be fine. They totally understood. Like they were not upset at all, but it was one of those things where I was like, man, like I love a wedding, especially a wedding where you can like dance and party. Those are my type of weddings. And so I'm sad I'll miss another like fun party wedding. But my cousin's wedding, she's my little cousin. I think I want to say she's 25. It was such a party. All of her friends were dancing. Her and I were dancing. Like, it was kind of funny because, like, I was talking to Eric when we were there. I was like, when was the last time you and I didn't have a job at a wedding? Like, usually, like, I'm a bridesmaid or he's a groomsman or we're both, like, usually one of us has a job and that sucks in the other one to kind of be, like, a helper. And so this was the very first wedding in like a really long time where he and I were literally just guests. We were just family guests there to help celebrate my cousin, whatever. And my dad's side of the family is extremely, extremely small. Sorry, these two have, maybe they'll work. I'll try to, they have a little bit of an extra lip on them, but I'll try to place them. And then if they're wonky, I'll pull them out. Oh, I see what that was. Okay. It wasn't an extra strip on it. It was an extra, like, little piece of resin that didn't come off. But now I just have to pick it off. So, there we go. Just throw that away. Over there. Oh, wait, no, I can use my new little thing. Hold on. I forgot this had the little trash catcher thing. So, anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. We always have a job at weddings and stuff, so this was like one of the first times where we didn't have a job, and I was just so excited to just not have a job and just be there as a guest and enjoy cocktail hour, eat the food, watch all the festivities and just enjoy. But my dad, love him to death, he has to have a job. Like, he can't sit down. And obviously, this is his niece. This is my cousin. So, like, he wanted it to be special. And he has a lot of connections in the DJ space. And he's a professional entertainer for many, many years. He was a professional DJ for the majority of his life. And he has a lot of friends in North Carolina that also are professional DJs. And so he actually even, like, during the wedding got up and, like, got on stage and, like, did a set, and he did a bunch of really cool things, like, for the video, and, like, so he was very involved. But it felt like, even though we were just guests, we were attached to somebody who was like, like, so I was like, all right, just keep that energy, like, over there, because we're just trying to relax and enjoy it. But it was fun. It was really, really fun. I flew into North Carolina on, Wednesday, so a week prior to when you're seeing this, because you're seeing this on a Wednesday too, but it was the Wednesday prior. We got in at like 8 o'clock at night, and we didn't really do anything exciting that night because we got in so late. We really just we ran to like a restaurant and had dinner really quick, and then went home and just hung out and talked and stuff. And then Thursday, it was also kind of a slow day. My dad has a golf cart, so we went on the golf cart for a little ride around the neighborhood, because I feel like every time I visit my dad, his neighborhood looks nothing the same, because they're like constantly developing his community and putting in more houses or townhomes or this, that, or this. Like, there's so many subdivisions, it feels like, of the same like main community, that there's just constantly construction happening, and they're widening roads and they're doing this. So we took the golf cart and rode around for like an hour or so. And then, oh my gosh, me and food are best friends right now. We went to this place that I love to go to every single time we go to go visit my dad. It's called Carmen's. It's by the Raleigh-Durham Airport, RDU, if you're familiar with the area. It's near the RDU airport. It's called Carmen's, and it is a Cuban restaurant, and they have such good Cuban food. It is just like, wow, it's so authentic and delicious, and I like literally demand we go every time. Sorry, I know I'm like sniveling, so let me just blow my nose. So every single time we go to Raleigh, I have to get Carmen's because it's like my favorite thing ever. And so we did go there on Thursday night, which was awesome. And I ate my face off. And then we went home and we just relaxed. Thursday was like our only relaxed day because Friday was rehearsal dinner and Saturday was the wedding and Sunday we went home. So it was like boom, boom, boom. So we got there Wednesday night. Thursday was like our only day of like nothingness. And then Friday it kicked off the festivities. So on Friday it was the rehearsal dinner and we went. It was at the same location that the wedding was going to be at, just like in a different room. Actually, the room that they did the rehearsal dinner ended up being where cocktail hour was, which I didn't realize until we were at cocktail hour. And I was like, this looks familiar. And Eric's like, we were literally here yesterday, Ashley. And I was like, oh. Oh. So we went to the rehearsal dinner and that was fun. They played the shoe game. If you're not familiar with the shoe game, it's where the couple sits back to back and they each have one of each other's shoes. And my dad, who was acting as like the DJ, of course, he basically asked them different questions and they had to hold up whoever's shoe they thought was the most accurate to the statement. And it's funny because like he'll be like, who snores the loudest? And she'll hold up his shoe and he'll hold up her shoe, but they can't see what each other is saying. So everybody's laughing. It's like fun. It's cute. We played it. Eric and I played it at our rehearsal dinner too, years and years ago, but it was cute. We were dying. Because Rebecca was at my wedding. She didn't have Jeff yet. Jeff is her now husband. And that was like 8 years ago. Eric and I's 8-year wedding anniversary will be on December 2nd. And so it's crazy. Like being at that wedding was like such a full circle moment for me because it was like my baby cousin's getting married and Eric and I have been married for 8 years together, even longer than that. And we're having a baby. Like it was so funny. I love my cousin because like literally the whole day is supposed to be about her and Jeff and whatever. But like on Friday at the rehearsal dinner, the moment she saw me, because like that was the first time we got to see each other because we flew in and we were just with my dad. She like ran to my stomach, like not even to me. She ran at me like this, like staring at and she like grabbed me and hugged me and she was like talking to Eli and I was like, oh my God, I am personally not somebody that gets like upset about people wanting to touch my belly and like kiss him and talk to Eli with family. Let me if a stranger did that to me, I'd probably punch him in the face. But specifically like with family, I don't mind. Like I think it's probably because Eric and I have been trying for a baby for so long that now that he's finally here, like I want everyone to be that excited and obsessed. Like I don't want anyone to like not share their full-blown excitement. And my family's not weird, so they're not like being creepy about it. But like they're so excited. Like my stepmom, I literally got out. We got to the airport on Wednesday and we stepped in, like they drove up and we were like getting our stuff in the car. And she was driving the car and she like ran around the car and just started like grabbing me and was like, oh my God. And it was like so cute. So yeah, no, I don't mind when my family is like touching my belly, rubbing my belly. It's fine. It's because he's in there. They wouldn't normally do that. That would be weird. But like a stranger, no, I don't think that would be cool. But like they all ask. They were like, can we like touch you? And I was like, yes, you can. It's fine. It's fine. Just, keep it above the belt if you don't mind. Don't get crazy. Don't go south. But yeah, so she was like so excited to see me and obviously Eric too. And it was really nice to spend more time with her now husband, Jeff, because we had met him before, but we were up in North Carolina last Christmas and we only got to see them for like a day and a half maybe. And so like this just felt like more, I don't know, even though they were super busy, I still felt like we got to see them and hang out with them a little bit and like talk to them. So I felt like really good about that. So yeah, we did the rehearsal dinner on Friday night. It was really good. They had like a buffet style. And then they did the shoe game and we took a bunch of pictures. And then on Saturday was the wedding, but I'm going to say this, it was smart of her to do it this way, but for us, it made us have to get there so early. So the ceremony started at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but again, it's daylight saving, so sunset is like just after 5 o'clock. You don't get a lot of sunlight, and they wanted to take sunset pictures with the two of them, which I totally understand. So what she decided to do was she was going to do a first look with her husband, and then she was going to do all the family photos, because, I mean, the Eastman side, my side of the family is small. There's literally like 6 of us. But he has a big Scottish family. Like, he had, like, the room was mostly his family. So, like, she was like, like, I'm not missing sunset pictures because we have to take, 8 billion family photos. So she did her first look with him, like, earlier in the afternoon. And then we had to, like, me and my dad, Eric, and my stepmom, we had to be at the venue for photos at, like, well, originally they said 2:30. And then they were like texting us, like, can you try to get here by 2:15? We're trying to rush because the timeline, the timeline never stays on track for a wedding, by the way. It, like, something always goes awry where the timeline gets backed up. So we were able to successfully make it there by 2:15, but, we're only needed for like half of the photos. Even though they're in all the photos, we're only in like half of them. So we stopped taking photos at like 3 o'clock, and the ceremony didn't start till 4. So we were just sitting there waiting, and nobody was there because, again, bride and groom get whisked off to take more photos. We're just chilling. And the ceremony, well, the whole wedding situation was at like a country club in Raleigh, and it was really beautiful. It was like, there was a golf course. It was the most beautiful day ever. It was like sunny and 70 degrees. There wasn't like any harsh sun. It was like cloudy, so it was like the perfect breeze. It was like the best wedding day weather ever for everyone involved. For us, for them, like, for the pictures, it was perfect. I was so happy she got like the perfect weather. My wedding had really good weather too, and I was super thankful for that. Like, the sun was out, but it wasn't like burn your soul hot sunny. It was like breezy, and it was very beachy sunny. It was nice. Like, I don't think anybody was like sweating, you know what I mean? Which is saying something in Florida. But anyways, her wedding, we stopped taking pictures. They ran away, and I had eaten breakfast that morning, but I hadn't really thought about lunch because in my mind, like, it was just going to go one thing after another, and we were just going to roll into it, and eventually it would be cocktail hour and I'd be eating an hors d'oeuvre. So I should have probably thought better and packed a snack or something. But we finished photos at like 3 o'clock, and I was so hungry, and cocktail hour wasn't until 5, and I hadn't eaten since like 9. So I was like, this is not good. So again, we're at a country club, and near where the ceremony was and where we were taking pictures, they had like a tavern type little restaurant deal inside. And so Eric was like, hey, why don't we go inside? I'll get you a water. We'll order a plate of French fries to share, just a little snack, and like, that'll make you happy. And I was like, okay, yeah, that sounds great. So Eric, me, and my stepmom Stacy, we all go inside. My dad is running around chasing vendors around, yelling at people. But me and my stepmom and Eric go inside, and we go up to the bar, and my uncle's in there too, by the way. He's like watching, like, my whole dad's side of the family is very obsessed with sports, basketball, football, you name it. They're college sports fans, not as much like NFL or major league stuff. But anyway, so they're watching, my uncle's in there watching a game, one of the games that were on Saturday, and the three of us go up to the bar. My dad's not even there. Eric talks to the guy behind the counter, and he's like, hey, I'd love to order a plate of fries and a water, an ice water for my wife, whatever. How much is it? And the guy was like, well, what's your member ID? And Eric's like, well, we're here for the wedding. We don't have a member ID. I have cash, though, I can give you, or I have card. I'll pay however you want, whatever. A plate of fries. We looked at the menu to make sure they had French fries. A plate of fries was $6. Water is free. Okay, so we're talking about $6 here. The guy was like, oh, well, I can't do that if you're not a member. And Eric was like, come again? Like, what? Like, we're here for an event at your venue. We're part of a wedding. What are you So literally, the guy was like, well, I'm going to have to talk to my manager. I'll see if he can we can't do the fries, but I'll see if he lets me give her a water. Eric was fuming. Like, I was like, he went into full, like, daddy activate mode. I was like, Eric, you need to chill out. Like, he was really mad really fast. I was like, it's okay, babe. Like, I'm not that hungry. I'll survive. Because, I mean, I was hungry, but I wasn't, like, truly starving. Like, I was just hungry. I'm always hungry. I'm pregnant. But, like, he went into full, like, daddy beast mode activate. And he was like, so the guy comes back from talking to his manager in the back, the manager never came out. Little guy came back and he's like, he said I could give her a water. So he literally, like, poured me, like, a nice water in a glass. And Eric's like, so you literally can't sell us a $6 plate of french fries for my pregnant wife who's hungry for a wedding guest, and we're at this wedding that's on property. He was like, nope. And then so Eric turns, there's a woman sitting at the bar to the left of him, because it's like, I'm sitting in a chair, Eric is standing next to me, and then there was a woman sitting on the other side of Eric, and Stacy was standing, like, right behind us. And Eric goes to the woman sitting. He's like, hey, listen, could I borrow your member number? I'll pay for the food and stuff. My pregnant wife is hungry. I just wanted to get her a snack, and they won't sell me anything without the member ID. She's like, sorry, I can't do that. And so Eric was, like, doubly pissed, because he's like, I literally told this woman that, like, my pregnant wife needs food, and I was going to pay her the $6 in cash, or what. He wasn't even going to pay her $6. He was going to hand her a $20. Okay, she was going to make $14 off of us just because Eric wanted to get me a plate of french fries. And I was profusely telling him, like, babe, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Let's go. I have the water. It's fine. And the woman turned him down on, like, ordering through her card or whatever, like, giving. I don't even think she would have had to pay for it. That's the kicker, is I think she would have just literally given her member number, and then, like, he would have handed over the cash. Like, it's just so stupid. But he was so angry. And then the guy, like, pours me the water or whatever. And he's like, yeah, thanks for nothing. I was like, okay, we're leaving. I was like, I'm not getting kicked out of the venue before the wedding even starts. So we walked outside, and he was, like, huffing and puffing and whatever. But I was just like, he went a little daddy mode on the guy, which was so funny, because that wasn't even that wasn't even the last thing that happened that night. That was, like, Eric, like, puffing up on somebody for me being pregnant. He's, like, so protective, and I love him so much for that. But I was like, it's okay. Like, relax. It's okay. We were in, like, okay, so the ceremony happened. It was beautiful. Cocktail hour happened. I ate my body weight in hors d'oeuvres. Oh, my gosh. They had so many good hors d'oeuvres. There's only one hors d'oeuvre I wouldn't try because it looked like gray meat, and it freaked me out. But there was, like, I had coconut shrimp. I had fried dumplings. They had little like Wagyu beef sliders. It was so good. I almost ate, like, my full dinner in appetizers because I didn't get the plate of fries, so I was super hungry, and I ate my face off. During cocktail hour, I literally sat at a table, and I sat by the table that was near the hole where they would come out of the kitchen, and they would always stop by my table first. And I had that and water, and I was so happy. But anyways, we got to the reception, and before the grand entrances happen, we're sitting at we're like table number 1 because we're the family table. So, like, the bride and groom are sitting at a sweetheart table, like, kind of, like, near us, and then it's, like, our table, and then it's, like, all of her side and then all of his side, and it's kind of like the dance floor's in the middle, and then the DJ's, like, across from us. So we're sitting there, and I guess, you know, usually at a wedding, like, the bride and groom will tell the catering director what their drink of choice is, so that way, like, the catering director can make sure that, like, they constantly have their favorite drink flowing all night, like, readily available to them. Well, my cousin, she wanted, like, white wine. That was, like, her drink. So somebody had brought her a white wine, but the catering director didn't know that it was already poured, so she got, like, another one. So she walks around our table to be like, oh, I accidentally ordered 2 white wines for Rebecca. Does anyone want the other one? And she comes to me and she's like, do you want it? Do you like white wine? And I was about to say, like, oh, haha, I can't have it. I'm pregnant. Eric's like, she's pregnant. Like, he was like, I was like, dude, relax. I was like, she wasn't, like, pouring it down my throat. It's okay. He was like, she can't have that. She's pregnant. I was like, oh my gosh. He, like, was hulking out that night. I think if he wasn't so turned up already about the guy downstairs at the little tavern thing, he wouldn't have been, like, he wasn't mean to the lady. It was just really funny. Like, he, like, straight up launched into, like, the stratosphere because, like, someone offered me alcohol. I was like, babe, I know how to say no. It's like, okay. It's not like she's like, would you like some white wine? Pours it down my throat. I was like, you know, she just asked me if I wanted it, and I was gonna say no, I'm pregnant. it was just really funny. Eric was like in rare form this weekend, and I genuinely loved it. Like, I thought it was the funniest thing ever, but I was like, baby, it's okay. Like, it's gonna be okay. Like, I'm fine. So anyway, that was really cute. We did a lot of dancing and hanging out, and the cake was pretty good. I'm like I love dessert. I love cake. But I hate it when people put fruit in my cake. Let me know in the comments below. Are you a fruit in cake lover or a fruit in cake hater? I'm a fruit in cake hater. I love fruit and I love cake. I don't want them together. But for some reason, people love to put fruit in cake. And I'm like, why? Why? Let the cake be cake, okay? Let the icing flow. I love icing. That's like my favorite part of the cake. Like whenever I get like cupcakes, I will sometimes lick the icing off of the top of a cupcake and then like not eat the cupcake part. Because I'm crazy. But anyway, so I was like, you know, they had like it was like a strawberry something layer middle, and I was like, I'm still gonna eat it. It's not gonna make me not eat it, but I was like, oh, strawberries, why? And I love strawberries. I have nothing against a strawberry. I just want to eat a strawberry, and then I want, like, if it was cake with a strawberry on the side, like a white, like a chocolate strawberry with a cake, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. But if you're going to give me a strawberry in the cake, I just don't, you're just getting in the way of the icing, in my opinion. Anyways, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. But yeah, so we had cake. Dinner was good, although I didn't remember this because we RSVP'd for the wedding so long ago, before I knew I was pregnant. I put down that I wanted the beef, and Eric had put down that he wanted the fish. So the fish was like a salmon, and he said it was really good. But the beef was like a fillet, and it was medium rare, borderline rare. And Eric saw me cut into it, and he was like, and I was like, Eric, you are not taking this piece of meat away from me. This is my dinner. I have to eat this. It's gonna be fine. Because they tell you not to eat undercooked meat, which really it's like, it just shouldn't have pink in it, because you're trying to prevent yourself from catching like E. coli or something awful, because obviously if you catch it, it could hurt your baby even worse. And I am very diligent about not like eating like the cold cuts and like medium rare steaks, and like I've been very good about it. But like, this is a fillet at a fancy country club, and I know it could happen anywhere, but I was like, I'm going to take the risk here because I need to eat dinner. Like, I have been running since, you know, all day, because we woke up, I had a bagel for breakfast and started getting ready because it was like the wedding day. So I was like, you know, doing my makeup, doing my own hair. I'm not gonna lie, I'm super spoiled because normally when you're in a wedding, you get your hair and makeup done by a professional. And it dawned on me, but not fully, that I was gonna have to do it all myself this time. And so I just remember sitting on the floor of my room at my dad's house, staring at the mirror like, huh, like, I'm not even confident what I want this to look like. Like, I have not given this a lot of forethought. The night before the wedding, I was sitting on the couch while we were watching a movie, like scrolling through Pinterest, trying to figure out what I was gonna do with my hair. Because I was like, I haven't even thought of it because I was just a guest. I could have done nothing to my hair or face and nobody would have cared. Well, I guess they would have cared a little because I was in the family photos. But anyway, it's just, I was like sitting there staring at myself like, I don't know that I've been in this situation recently. So that was kind of funny. But I figured it out. I did my hair, I did my face, nothing fancy, just, you know, kind of like normal makeup. But I'm not I don't wear makeup on the daily. I only wear makeup for events and stuff, so it's kind of fun to play with my makeup because like I don't play with it all the time, but when I get to get dressed up, I get to play with my makeup, so it's kind of fun. It's probably all expired because I don't wear makeup all the time, so I don't replace my products a lot, but that's a me problem. So yeah, so I got ready super early that day, and I started like early, and then at one point my dad came in because he wanted me to pick out his tie, which I did. But then he was just talking to me, and I was like, Dad, I have like an hour and a half to like do this whole situation, and he's just talking and talking. I'm like, Dad, I love you, but I really need to do my face now. And he was like, oh yeah, whatever. So he left. But everything worked out, but it was like crazy because like I had just finished my makeup. I had done my hair first. My dad came in, we talked for like 30 minutes. Then I was like, okay, I have to do my face. did my face. The moment I did my face, my dad yells up the stairs. He's like, she wants us there 15 minutes early. And I'm like, ah! So I'm like trying to get my dress on really fast or whatever. The dress I wore was a dress that I had wore to a different friend's wedding a couple years back. And it was perfect because it had sleeves to my elbows, because I wasn't sure if it was going to be cold or not. It ended up being sunny and 70 degrees and it was perfect. But I was like, if it gets super cold, I want to freeze to death. So I did have a dress that had like sleeves on it, and it like had like it was like a sweetheart top, but it had like a lace thing that came up to a higher neckline. Do you know what I'm saying? I'll probably show you guys pictures at some point. I film on my phone and the pictures are on my phone, so I can never remember like which ones to show you. But how about this? After I sign off, I'll do a couple pictures from the wedding, and then I'll do a pan over of the canvas. That's what we'll do. That's what we're gonna do. So I'll put in some pictures at the end of the video, and then I'll pan over the canvas. We love a plan. Oh god. So yeah, and then the wedding was great. We danced a lot. My dad was like running around all over the place, like playing with the DJ on the mic. My cousin loved it. My dad did that at my wedding too, and it was fun. He got her behind the DJ booth with her husband. They were like pretending to like mix together. It was really cute. It was really good. I definitely got pregnancy emotional twice. First time was because I saw my uncle dance with my uncle dance with my cousin. That's his daughter, right? So like I was like bawling my eyes out instantly when my uncle was dancing with my cousin, because both my dad and his brother, my uncle, they're tough guys. They're not warm and fuzzy. I cannot describe them that way. That would be a lie. But like when they do have tender moments, it's so sweet. And so I was just like, bah! Like I was crying. And then my grandmother, my dad and my uncle's mom, her name is Yolanda. Grandma Yolanda, she is like my spirit animal. Like she pretty much raised me, because my mom had to go back to work like 4 weeks after I was born, and my dad was working full time. And so my grandmother essentially raised me, and my grandmother lived with my uncle. So my cousin lived with her, like her whole childhood as well. Even from Florida, when they moved to North Carolina, my grandmother went with them. Like, so me and my cousin, we both have like a serious, serious bond with this woman. And when she passed away from Alzheimer's, it was so, so, so sad, because she was just like such a huge part of our lives. And like my dad and my uncle also, like that was their mom and like their whole world. So it's still hard. It's still hard for all of us, because she was just like such a force to be reckoned with, and our family's really small. So like when we lose someone like that, it's just like soul crushing. And so we're at the wedding, and my uncle takes my dad outside of the ballroom to show him this table. They did like a memory table. So I guess Jeff lost his grandfather, and then obviously we lost our grandmother. And there was, I think, one other family member there. It might have been my aunt's dad that was also on the table. I can't remember, but my grandmother was like represented on the table, and that was like emotional. But I like held it together through the table thing. But then like, I don't remember who said it, but somebody said something like, something about my grandma, and I just like, I was literally like eating my plated dinner, like sobbing, like I'm sitting at a 10 top, like with like literally my entire family, like everybody that's on my dad's side of the family. It was Eric, me, my dad, my stepmom, my Aunt Connie, my Uncle Robert, my cousin Corey, Rebecca's little brother, Cliff, Darius, which is like an uncle and a cousin, and then Darius's date. Her name was B, I think. 3-month relationship. So anyway, all 10 of us are sitting there. It's like my literal entire family, and I just start sobbing into my medium rare steak, and I'm trying so hard to hide it, but Eric is like literally like on me, like holding me, rubbing me. He's like, it's okay. And I'm like, like when someone's trying to be helpful and they're trying to comfort you, but it makes you cry like 17 billion times worse. I was like, Eric, I need you to ignore me right now. Like, I need you to stop paying attention to me, because you're gonna make me sob out loud, and I need you to stop. I was like trying, and then of course my uncle is sitting like right across from me, like it's like a round table, and he's sitting directly across from me. He's like, it's okay to cry. And I just like, I'm just like, why? Like, again, when you cry during pregnancy, it is so different than when you cry in real life. It is from your soul. Like when you cry when you're pregnant, it is like a gut cry. It's like you can't even control yourself. There is no sucking it up. Like you have to lean into it or it won't stop. Like if you try to like suck it up, it's gonna come out no matter what, and it's gonna come out probably crazier than you wished it did from the first time. So like just let it out and then whatever. And of course, like then my dad, he notices I'm crying. He's like, "It's okay to cry." And my dad, I'm like sobbing, and my dad's sitting next to me, and he's like rubbing my back, and then I can almost cry just talking about it. Whew! And so anyway, I was like, I'm fine, whatever. And I was like, "Eric, leave me alone. Don't pay attention to me. Like I will stop crying if everyone stops staring at me." So finally, I like stopped crying. But that was before the dance, and then I sobbed again. So I was like, you know what? Oh no, I'm a liar. It was backwards because we were eating dinner, and Becca and Jeff were already eating dinner too. Well, actually, they didn't even eat. Brides and grooms like never eat. I did a little bit, but they literally made a conscious decision. They're like, we can't. Our stomachs are gonna flip upside down if we eat. So yeah, I sobbed like a little baby because I missed my grandma, and my uncle danced with his daughter, my cousin, and I sobbed like a child. My uncle did though. He's so funny. He like just doesn't care about anything or like genuinely does not care. Like he will do whatever he wants to do and whatever he thinks is best in the moment. So I guess when they were designing like the setup of the tables and like the look of the room for whatever, they picked the fancy chairs, which they're called Shivari chairs if you're familiar with wedding planning. They're those fancy wooden looking chairs that have like the ladder back. And so that's what everybody was sitting on. It was gorgeous. It looked beautiful. But my uncle had this like big brown, like kind of like a, it was just a different type of chair. It was like a big brown cushiony chair. It looked like just a different type of chair, like you would see in a library. Like it was like cushy. I was like, why does he have that chair? Whatever. I just ignored it. I was like, whatever. And then in the middle of us eating, he was like, "You're pregnant. Like, you should be sitting in a comfier chair than that." And I was like, "I'm fine." Like, again, I don't want anyone's attention ever. I'm like, "I'm fine. It's fine. I'm fine. Don't pay attention to me. I'm not pregnant." I totally lied. I was like, anything to get you to stop paying attention to me. And he's like, no. He's like, so he calls the catering director over, and he's like, he's like, "Ash, do you want one of these chairs? I'm the only one that has this chair. Do you want one too?" Literally made the catering director go get me the same chair he had. And I'm not gonna lie, it was an upgrade. It was very comfy. But he like literally he had her in the middle of the dinner swap out my Shivari chair for this like big cushiony library chair. So me and my uncle are just sitting in these cushy chairs, and literally the entire rest of the room is sitting in these like really fancy golden looking chairs. It was so funny. I was very appreciative. Like the chair was comfortable, but I was like, oh my god. He's like, "You're pregnant. You should sit in the comfy chair." I was like, you know what, Uncle Rob, you're right. You're so right. But it was comfortable, so I'm not regretting it. But it was just like another moment of me being like, I would like to be invisible at this time. Please do not look at me ever again. So yeah. But then we danced all night. We had so much fun. They had a photo booth. We didn't really take a ton of pictures in the photo booth, but me, my dad, my stepmom, and Eric took one together. But like, it was one of those photo booths that didn't really count down. So it wasn't super intuitive, and we absolutely took a picture of us making like the dumbest faces at first because we didn't understand it was already going. And like, yeah, so like one of the photos we look kind of dumb, but the other ones look kind of cute, so it's fine. And like they had a whole prop station, so they had like funny hats and like, you know, mustaches, like glasses. They had all the fun stuff to take pictures with. So that was really cool. A lot of people took pictures. And what's cool about the photo booth that they got is that at the end of the night, there's like a code or something where the bride and groom get everybody's photos from the photo booth, which I'm like, you should probably warn people about that because people are going to be doing some crazy stuff on that photo booth, and they probably don't want everyone to have it. I'm just saying, whatever. But anyway, so they got the photo booth pictures, which was cool, and we had one, and they printed the pictures right there for you, so we actually got to like take it home with us. Unfortunately, I forgot that it was in Eric's coat pocket, and I definitely packed his coat in the suitcase with the picture still in the pocket. I didn't bend the picture, but I fully know that picture is still in the coat pocket, still in there, because we have not done laundry, because we literally just got home yesterday. Today, I don't know if I told you this already, but today is Monday, November 17th. Normally I film these on Sundays, but we got home on Sunday, and then we had to go pick up the cats from my mom's house, and then we had to get dinner on the way home. we literally got home and crashed in bed because we both went to work today in the office, which is why I'm dressed up. So I dressed up, I say. But yeah, that's why I'm looking like this, because I literally had to go into work today. Today was rough. I did it. I survived. And honestly, the rest of the week is going to be pretty chill. And next week is going to be even more chill. But today was hard. And it wasn't even like I had a lot of meetings. It's just like being back in an office, answering all the emails that you missed from all the days you took off the week before, catching up on what's going on with your team. Like, it was just very that, and I was just super tired. And I don't know what's going on with me lately. This actually happened one of the nights that I was at my dad's house. I like woke up at 3 a.m. and I couldn't go back to sleep for like 2 hours. By the way, I'm watching The Crown now. So so when I was at my dad's house, I woke up at 3 a.m. and I watched an episode of Hoarders because they have cable and it was on TV. So I watched an episode of Hoarders. Buried Alive. That's what I watched at my dad's house. But then last night I woke up at 3 something and I watched 2 episodes of The Crown, and I'm now fully addicted, and I'm like halfway through season 1. Literally, I woke up at 3 a.m., watched 2 episodes, went back to bed at 5 o'clock, woke up for work at 6:30. And I'm now filming this video like with an eyeball rolling out of my head. So there's that. But yeah, no, I'm gonna be fine. It's fine. Pregnancy. Because what happens is like you wake up because you have to pee. You go pee and then he starts kicking. And so now I'm like awake and I'm like, okay, all right, here I am. Like I slept, I've slept for 4 hours, but you're like, I would like to sleep more than 4 hours, but for me, it like takes me, like I have to wind myself back down, like watching a video. Well, and that was my mistake picking The Crown. I genuinely thought I was going to fall asleep because British accents. I thought that was going to lull me into a sleep. No. I was fully enthralled. And I watched 2 full episodes and realized that choosing that show was a terrible idea because now I'm addicted to it and I want to watch the whole show. And it was actually not making me fall asleep. I was fully intrigued by the show. So I had to like turn it off. Like Eric woke up and he looked at me and he was like, "Are you on your 2nd episode?" I was like, I'm turning it off. So yeah, I could not go to episode 3 or I would have literally been a zombie today. I mean, it kind of was, but it would have been worse. It would have been way worse. Oh, I didn't tell you guys. I passed my gestational diabetes test. Yay! I'm so excited. I got my results the day after my doctor's appointment. So the day that I left, was it before? I think it was like as I was on the airplane, like I got a message in my portal, or when I was at the airport, I got a message in my health portal and I was like, oh my gosh. So I went and checked it and I passed with flying colors. So I officially do not have gestational diabetes. They're not going to make me test it again. It was the 1 hour test. I didn't even have to do the 3 hour test where they like make me drink the drink and then I have to stay there for 3 hours. So that was a huge win leading into the trip, which I'm super happy about. But they also, because they do a blood test to see if you have the diabetes thing, gestational diabetes. So they ran other panels on me while they already like took my blood. They ran like a couple other tests and I, shock surprise, am anemic, which I already knew, and I told them that, but like, whatever. So now I have to take an iron supplement. This sounds crazy. I don't want to say I'm a good pill taker, but like, I don't gag or have like weird reactions to taking pills. Prenatals are disgusting, but I take them because they're good for me and for Eli, but like, they don't taste good. They taste super gross and they smell super gross. But I've taken iron supplements before. I don't really think they work that well. I still get super tired when I'm like driving in the car and I have to like literally talk to Eric on my way home or listen to music or sing to myself or like slap myself around in the face sometimes when I'm driving home from work because I get super like lethargic and like I can fall asleep at the wheel. So I've never actually done that, and I definitely like do things that I know will keep me awake. But like sometimes if I'm just listening to my audiobook, that's dangerous. For some reason, on the way to work, it's never a problem. But on my way home from work, I think I'm just so mentally exhausted that I just want to like give up and sleep. Also, it doesn't help that I'm a complete passenger princess like 99% of the time with Eric. And so if I just want to like nod off on the way to like the grocery store or something, I will. So when I'm in the car, I'm not used to always being the driver. So when I am the driver, I like have to slap myself around to be like, you are not allowed to do this right now. You have to stay awake. But yeah, my doctor said that I was anemic, so I had to take an iron supplement. So now I'm taking an iron supplement for the anemia. I'm taking a baby aspirin to prevent preeclampsia. It's not because they're worried about me getting it. It's more so that they'd rather me like have something that's bringing my blood pressure down in advance of going into labor. So that way if my blood pressure spikes during labor, it won't be as high as if I wasn't taking anything, if that makes sense. So the baby aspirin is preventative, and they'll probably have me stop that after I give birth. And then the prenatals. So that's all I'm taking, but it's still just like one more thing. And I only have a couple months left, so I really shouldn't complain. Some people have to take so many things the whole time. So I'm truly not complaining, but I'm just like, man, I thought I was going to get away with what I was already doing. But it's fine. I still feel great. Hungry and tired as always, but I still feel like $1,000,000. I will say though, I was texting Eric today, and I was like, today I felt pregnant. Like, and it might have been because I was tired, but I felt extra round today. I was like, getting out of bed was hard. Rolling around out of bed was hard. Walking around the campus to go to my office was hard. Doing everything was just hard today. Like, I didn't want to move. I just wanted to lay. When we got off the airplane on Sunday we got back into Tampa and we were in the terminal. You know how like what's it called? The jetway, like the thing that you walk on to get to the plane. It usually is like at an angle. It's like a ramp. So the gangway or whatever, the jetway was lower at the plane and higher at the terminal. So when we got off the plane, when we got home, I was having to like go uphill to get back into the terminal, and we got to the top of the thing because Eric was just blazing. He was just like boom because he wanted to like go to the bathroom, and I'm just like behind him like holding my stomach like and he's like, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm fine, just go to the bathroom, leave me here to die. I was like, it's fine. He was like, are you sure? I was like, no, I just literally need to stand here and take like 4 deep breaths and I'm gonna be fine. But like chasing you uphill, not fun. Not currently on my to-do list anymore. Cannot compute. So yeah, but it was good. Trying to see if I forgot anything. Told you about the trip, flew home. Yeah, we didn't get home till late because we had to pick up the cats and all that stuff. Oh, tomorrow, I think I told you this already. I can't remember. Tomorrow is my work baby shower. So Eric is going to drop me off at work in the morning. And it's also the potluck. Oh, we were talking about the potluck, but I don't think I told you about the baby shower. So tomorrow is the Thanksgiving potluck at my job, but after the potluck, they're throwing me a baby shower. So Eric was invited, and so he's going to drive me to work, drop me off, so we only have one car. He's going to go to downtown to go to work. He'll leave his office at like 2 o'clock to come back to the campus, and then he'll be there with me for the baby shower, and then he and I will both go home together from my job to go home. So that'll be really fun. So I have the potluck. So pretty much tomorrow, that's why I said like today was really hard, but the rest of the week is going to be pretty easy because tomorrow the potluck starts at like 11:30 and then my shower is immediately after that and then the day's over. So like tomorrow's going to be great. And then Wednesday I work from home and then Thursday I have a recruitment event. So I'll be off campus. So I'll be like busy. And then Friday I have off. And then I also have off on Monday next week because I'm getting my nails done and I have a doctor's appointment. These just don't, they're really cute, but they don't scream baby shower to me. And I know I just got these done 2 weeks ago, but I want cuter nails for my baby shower. It's a first world problem. I totally understand that, but that's where I'm at. So I was going to get my hands and toes redone, but my toes are just white. So I might just leave my toes white and only do my hands. The dress that I'm wearing for my baby shower is to the floor, essentially. So like, it's not like everyone's going to be staring at my toes anyway. So I might just get my hands done a cute blue. And I was thinking about on my thumbs just writing Eli. I'm so excited. So check out my Instagram for my new nails next week because that's where I post them every time. But yeah, I think that was the majority of it. Yeah, hopefully on my off day this Friday, I don't have any appointments or anything. It's just my off day. So I'm going to try to do a lot of pre-filming because I would ideally not want to be filming a ton of stuff the week of Thanksgiving because I'm going to have family in town starting Monday. So I don't want to have to film while I have family in town, and I surely don't want to have to edit either. So I think this week and this weekend, I'm going to be doing a lot of filming and editing to try to get myself ahead. So that way I can just enjoy Black Friday with the rest of y'all and freak out. Okay, switching hats, diamond painting hat. Okay, so Diamond Art Club be trolling in the VIP Facebook group. I don't know what they've got going on. I don't know what they're thinking, but they are just straight up trolling us in the VIP Facebook group, saying all sorts of cryptic things about warehouses and Cyber Monday and Black Friday. I'm just like, you need to like tell us what's going on. Like, we're all here scratching our heads. Even us. Literally, I mean, some people on the sneak peek team might know more than me, but I'm like the newest one. So I'm sitting here like, huh? So I'm with the rest of you. Half of the stuff they say, I also genuinely have no idea what's going on. I'll probably find out eventually, but like as of right now, I'm like, huh? So we'll see. Everything's going to be really exciting next week. I told Eric, I was like, we can go out to dinner on Black Friday with our families, but I need to be home by 10 because I know that Katie and all of her friends are going to go live and I need to be there for the live, and then I need to go shopping, and then I need to go to bed. So like, please know that my curfew is like 9:30. I need to be in my house at 9:30 on Friday, Black Friday. So I'm really, really looking forward to that and all of the releases that I'm sure are going to be coming for everything in the next couple weeks. Also, there's a bunch of small shops that have already been dropping their sales. So make sure you're following everybody on their social media accounts. I prefer Instagram for like getting like sales notifications and stuff. So definitely whatever your favorite small shops are, check them out. They're probably already posting about their specials because I'm going to be shopping them too. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I'm going to be hitting up my favorites and getting some really cool stuff. Probably this week leading into next week once, you know, things start to go on sale. But this is like the best time of the year for diamond painting in my opinion. But reversing a little bit. So there was a release that happened during the wedding weekend, like on the Saturday. I didn't buy anything. I didn't really need anything from that release. I felt good about it. I also didn't pick up the advent calendar. I was so thankful that Kate from Diamonds and Dr. Pepper did kind of like a little sneak peek the day that the advent calendar released. It stayed in stock for a decent amount of time, so I absolutely could have picked it up if I wanted it. I watched her video, I watched Kate's video, and I was like, all the stuff, I'm not going to spoil it for anybody who wants to not be spoiled, but there was a ton of really cute stuff in it. But it was just stuff that like it wasn't a must have for me, so I did skip that. And again, I know that Black Friday will destroy my wallet. Last year my goal was to keep it under 10, and I was successful. I kept it under 10 Black Friday kits. I'm going to have the same goal this year, with the caveat that I only bought 2 Christmas paintings. And my cap for myself was 5 for the Christmas painting. So if 3 extras sneak into my cart, I'm not going to beat myself up over it because I didn't get 5 during Christmas. I know that that's delusional logic, but it's what we're going with. It's Black Friday season. I don't know what to tell you. So, yeah, I'm going to try my hardest to keep it under 10. And then depending on, I have no idea what's happening for Cyber Monday, but whatever happened, I'm going to try to keep it under 5. So that was exactly what I did last year, and it worked out for me. So I'm going to try to do it again this year, but we'll see how strong my resolve is when the drops start happening, because I will fully black out if it's like a year of Margaret Morales. Like, let's say like there's a bunch of those, I'm dead. I'm done. Like those are instant buys for me. And last year, the big artist that there was like a ton of there was like almost like 15 canvases from Yume Art out of the 100 that they released last year for Black Friday. So just in case you're new to diamond painting, last year they did 100 Black Friday releases and 25 Cyber Monday releases. So that's not necessarily what's going to happen this year, but that's what happened last year, just to give you an idea of the craziness that we are about to enter. I think they were literally dropping like 20 images a day on Instagram and Facebook, and they would go back and forth. So you want to follow them on Instagram and Facebook, because if they do that again, half of the releases are on Facebook and half of the releases on Instagram. So if you want to see all 20 or whatever the number is, you want to follow both just in case they do that again. I have no idea what they're doing, but I'm speculating. And this is my first year as a Diamond Art Club sneak peeker, so I'm excited to get like sneak peeks and do all that stuff. So I'm just like, I'm like so excited about everything. So just keep your eyes peeled. I'm sure they're going to announce something soon. They're already trolling us on the VIP page. If you guys haven't noticed, they've changed some of their cover art in the VIP group and on their regular main page. So I think they're dropping us some hints. I think they're giving us some candy here and showing us what is to come eventually in our future. So based on what we've already seen, I'm thrilled to death. I am just so excited. What else did I have to say about diamond painting? Oh, hold on. I'm pausing my whipping in this chat to show you my progress on my national park set. This is just a box. It's not Pretty Little Gem. I kept it in the box because it fit in my backpack on the plane. But this is my Mini Dazzle National Parks set. So this is how I pack it, like this. So I have my Diamond Art Club toolkit bag that has all my drills in it. And then I brought a putty with me, my glue dots, a tray. This is from Creations Morin from Christmas last year. It's the cutest little gingerbread house I've ever seen. And it's small. I also brought, this is Patty Wax single placer putty, or wax, what am I saying? I have my Peachy Keen pen that I brought with me, pair of tweezers, and then the canvases are right here. So I wanted to show you that I made a lot of progress. I'm absolutely going to finish these in November, like 100%. I only have one and a little bit left. So this one is Sequoia National Park. This is the one that I was doing on the plane that I didn't get to finish, but it's almost done. So that one and White Sands. These are the only two that I have left to do. So it's pretty much a done deal. But look, there's this one. This Arches, Volcano National Park. I forget what this one is called. This one is called, let me look. I have my sticker sheets here so I can remember. This is Acadia National Park. Little lighthouse. Whoop, or I could throw it on the ground. Oh, so pregnant. Okay. There you go. Cute. Then this one is Glacier Bay. I love it because it has the little whale. Then we have this one, which is Joshua Tree, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Oh, no, I'm a liar. This is Saguaro. Someone told me how to say this right, and I'm so sorry. I'm already messing it up. Saguaro? Saguaro? I don't. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. I think it looks better when you hold it like back more. That one. This is Voyager National Park with the Aurora Borealis. I need to go visit that. Yosemite. Then we have, this is Joshua Tree. And this is Yellowstone. And then this is, I believe, this is Grand Canyon. So I've done pretty much all of them. I just have to finish the one in a less than half. So I was going to whip and chat with these today because I'm so close to finishing that one, and I probably would have been able to finish it on camera, but I just was like itching to do Tea Party because I've been working on these minis for like 2 weddings in a row. This entire set I only did like at the first wedding trip with my for my friend Victoria, where I was bridesmaid, and this wedding. So I only need to finish this one, and am I holding that the right way? This one and this, and I'm done. So we are super close, super close. It's gotten to the point where like this is not even a real cover paper because it has nothing to stick to because there's so many drills on it. So I'll probably get these done like while I'm editing this week or over the weekend. So this will for 1000% be for sure be a November finish. But this I pray will be a November finish. I am on the last section before the last row, and I've already put some diamonds up here in this last row. So in theory, I genuinely could get this done. I am a believer. I am a believer that I'm going to do my very best to get this painting done in the month of November because I want to work on Marie Christmas, which I kitted up in my last week's video. Marie Christmas is kitted up and ready to go, but I haven't put drills on it yet. I kitted it up for Jingle Drills, which is hosted by Lindsay from Emeralds and Fairy Lights, and that event technically starts today or yesterday, I think. I think it starts on like the 15th or 16th of November, and it goes through December 25th. So I don't really enter events for like prizes and stuff, but I still like to participate with like a canvas that's on theme to support Lindsay's channel and the event as a whole. So like I'm doing it, but I'm kind of doing it alongside, so I don't have to follow the rules kind of the same way as everybody else does because I'm not entering for anything. So even though I could technically already start that canvas because the event has started, I'm probably not actually going to lay drills down on it until December because I'm very motivated to get this done and the National Parks set. And then once I finish the National Park set, I'm probably going to kit up that Crystal Canvas art design canvas that I told you guys about, the Christmas shoe one, because I really want to do another small shop and a company I've never worked on before. So I've never done a full crystal canvas before from Crystal Canvas Art Designs, and they have a lot of really cute artwork on their shop. And so if I can like lay some drills down while they're still doing some really cool holiday sales and stuff, I might pick up some more if I really enjoy the quality. So TBD on that, but that's kind of my plan right now. And then I don't know that I'll get Merry Christmas done in December. It's a big canvas, but probably the next big canvas that I'm going to be kitting up after Merry Christmas is Mother and Child, which is by Rosie Scribbles from Diamond Art Club. It's the mermaid mom with brown hair and the little boy sitting on her tail, because that's going to go in Eli's room. I probably won't finish it before he's born, but it'll be a fun like maternity leave project to work on like while he's here, and I'll have a spot in his room of where I plan to put it, so it'll all work out. Also, probably during the Christmas break, because I have off for 2 weeks during the holiday, I'll probably end up getting Angel of Justice dry mounted for Eric for his future office, and that'll be a good tester if I like the dry mounting process, because if I like it and it's cheap like everyone says it is, I will probably dry mount Mother and Child. You know what I mean? Because that would go cute in his room, and it'll be like diamonds out. It'll be really pretty. So I'm just looking at my notes. I think that's everything. Yeah. Yep. Nope. That's all. That's all I have to share with you guys today. Let's do, okay, let me put the lid back on this so I don't spill. I got a lot of this, even though I only worked with 2 colors, I actually did get a lot done. Really love the tray. Used the tray the entire video. I'm putting my pen in it to rest like it tells me. I used the tray from Ditzy the entire video, and I actually like it a lot. I will probably grab for it again. It was good. It was good. And it's bigger. It's bigger than my favorite tray, which is the Bijou Bliss trays. So I kind of like that I have like a good larger tray that I enjoy diamond painting out of. That's not as big as like my NYX's Notions or my Munimade trays that I like to use more as like trinket trays. That's what I was trying to think of earlier. I was trying to think of the word trinket trays. Okay, question of the day. Let's do it. What DMC was that? That was 315. Perfect. 315. Oh, wow. We haven't done it yet, but we did do 316. So 315 is, have you ever done something heroic? Ooh, what a good question. Have you ever done something heroic? Get pregnant. I'm just kidding. I do think being a mom is heroic, but I'm not like, he's not, I am a mom, but I'm not a mom. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not a mom yet, but 315, have you ever done something heroic? I mean, heroic is such a big word. Like, I don't feel like I don't think I've ever been heroic, but I've done kind things for other people. Like, I've saved people in situations that would have maybe turned out not well. Like, if you guys have been watching my channel for a while, I told you guys a story about how one time at work we had a graduation ceremony and a girl was wearing 6-inch Jimmy Choo high heels. Or no, I'm sorry, they weren't Jimmy Choo. They were Louis Vuittons. They were red bottoms. And she was wearing them and she almost passed out because she couldn't walk in the shoe. And right before she was entering the double doors into the ceremony, she like almost fainted into my arms. And I caught her and I asked her what her shoe size was, and we were close enough in size that I gave her my flats, and they actually matched her outfit. They were cute. They were like little like cheetah print flats, and she wore them, and I wore her real. They were real. They weren't, fake. They weren't Fouboutons. They were Louis Vuitton red bottom $1,000 shoes, and I wore them for the entire ceremony while she walked on stage with my shoe, and no one was the wiser. That's probably the most heroic thing I've ever. I didn't even it was so instinctive. Like, I was just like, what size are you? Like, it just came out of my mouth. Like, I was like, what shoe size are you? Because, like, she was literally like, she could not walk. She was walking side by side with her friend, linked arms, and she was like, the friend couldn't hold her up. Like, it was bad. So, yeah, I think I would say that's the most heroic thing I've ever done. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else that really comes to mind. That's just like a recent example, but again, I wouldn't call that heroic. I would call that kind. and thoughtful. But let me know in the comments, have you ever done anything heroic? Have you served our country or another country? Have you saved a cat from a tree or a person from a building? Or have you, like, I don't know. I don't know. You define heroic for me and then tell me a funny story. Or a real story. Or anything in between. Or if you have someone heroic in your life and you want to give them a shout out, I'm always down for that too. Let me know in the comments. You only have to share if you want to. Don't share if you don't want to. No pressure at all. But yeah, that is the end of this Whip and Chat, guys. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. I love catching up with you guys on Wednesdays. It's literally my favorite video I make every single week. So I always start the video being like, oh, I gotta film this video. And then I'm in it and I'm like, I don't want to go yet. You know, like, I'm not done. I want to keep talking. So, but we'll keep catching up. We have lots of things to talk about. This next week is going to be crazy. So, we will definitely catch up next week. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links I have in the description box below. And stick around if you want to see wedding photos and a pan over of this beautiful canvas. But otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.